We're excited now to welcome in Kerrie Lewis-Graham and Hillary Fouts, who are coming together from two completely different areas of anthropology to work together. Talk a little bit about how you're bringing biological and cultural anthropology together in this session that you're working on.
Well, play is a topic that's been looked at by lots of different disciplines actually, and we met at a big interdisciplinary kind of meeting, and we realized that as anthropologists we just kind of need to have more of a discussion. So I've come from an animal basis. I've been looking at animal models. Hillary looks a lot more at humans, and we just wanted to have an opportunity to talk about play from an anthropological perspective, and so to bring in people that use different models and different ways of looking at things to have a real conversation about the state of play today.
Now, talk about this session that you had and the idea of play and children. You guys said the session went really well today. Talk about what you spoke about.
Well, everyone there was focused on something around children or juveniles, whether it was non-human primates or humans. And one thing that really transected everything was people kept on emphasizing how play is really understudied, and often in careers people have often been discouraged of studying play, that anthropologists don't always take this as a serious social behavior to study, but that many of us really feel like it's very important in terms of looking especially at children's development, but not as children are mini adults, but as they are learning important things at those particular life stages. And so many people talked about how juvenility is often overlooked and how play hasn't been given the seriousness which goes along with having really good methodological ways to measure and compare and look across. So we heard about Capuchins, we heard about hunter-gatherers, we heard about farming population, we heard about Neanderthals. I mean, it really ran, and we heard about mice, I think you talked about,
rats,
brains,
that laugh, mice that sing.
And it was a true biocultural discussion, and it was really
colorful.
Beautiful. Yeah, it was very colorful.
It was very playful.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit more and how you can bring in some of these other fields that can work with you guys on this as well.
When you think about play, I mean, play is something that we really do associate with juveniles and children, and typical if we're looking at humans. But looking at that whole time frame is really important. And if you think about, play for a human can be linguistic. You can make up songs. You can do all those kinds of things. So we think that a linguistic approach might be interesting in the future too. One of our session participants today talked about looking at what you can find from the fossil record to see how play has sort of been perpetuated through time. And so from a bioarchaeological standpoint as well, I think that could be a really interesting way to go. And then of course, obviously monkeys and children really fit in there very nicely too. So we think this really does lend itself to a full field approach and be really truly anthropology.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like a lot of fun.
It is. Yeah, it was a very playful session.
Who wouldn't want to study play?
Exactly. Well, thanks ladies, I appreciate it.
Thank you
Have
so
a
much.
great week.
Yeah, thank you.